Hey, welcome back, everyone. Tom from Park Avenue Trading, your chief dealer, keeping you sane in these insane markets with a weekly outlook for the euro. Well, with the bombing of Iran and war tensions escalating, we could get a risk-off spike where people flee to the US dollar. I don't think it's really going to happen so much in the euro dollar, but we got to cover it because it's going to be quite difficult to really ascertain what the movements in the euro dollar would be. We were in a slight upward movement. Now, this is a 2-day chart, so I'm just looking at the top that I called at 116.21 that it did hit. We went to 116.31 and we cooled off. So as it stands right now, the only thing that I can look at is I could look at Bitcoin is the only thing that right now is giving us an indication of what the heck is going on. All right, so it broke the $100,000 psychological level. There's a CME market gap down here at the 97.5. So this crypto is basically very fearful right now, and it's showing some extreme downward movement. However, the coin itself has been in a consolidation between 112 and 100 recently. Now, since we broke the 100,000, not a good sign that this marketplace is nervous, and it's basically taking into consideration what's happening over in the Middle East. So if is the biggest, smallest word in the English language, right? If things calm down, if there's no major retaliation by Iran, which I don't see happening, I don't think that they're just going to stand by and, accept this. They're not, from what I read about history, they're warriors, actually. So this could send the marketplace into a turmoil. So with all that being said, what could we expect? Well, if I'm just extrapolating off of the recent top and war headlines escalate, what we could possibly see, or I think we will see, is a movement down to, really quickly, down to 115. I'm going to put it right here, 115, the figure or so. I'm going to bring it up. Actually, it's very close to the point anyway. So, most likely we're going to spike through this, say 115.03, okay? Now, if that goes, all right, I'm going to say, doing a quick calculations, we're opening our place, obviously. I can't believe I have this point right here, 113.70. So right now, as it stands, it's a short entry. It's very risky. I think that really being short coming into it, if you haven't gotten short, you're not going to be able to get in on the open of the Asian market. It's going to be complete turmoil. So you're going to have to pick your points. And you have to make a decision whether or not you think it's going to escalate. Your eye has to be on dollar yen. Truly, I believe that one's the one that's going to get hit. They're going to go into the yen as the risk currency. They're going to, same thing with sterling yen. Sterling yen will get hit back down to potentially like 195 the figure, potentially even 194.50. So this is going to be complete chaos. All right, so it's not like I could give you a normal weekly update. Everything's thrown off the table right now. So the main part, the main points of support are right down here. Okay, that's the main level of support for it. I don't think that it's going to dip down to 110.70. I don't really see that happening. I do believe that we could get down to 113.71 and potentially even this low bar's close right here of 113 the figure. I'm not saying I'm buying it. I'm just saying that we could definitely drift down to that point if things really heat up. And we just have to be calm. We have to be patient. You got to trade your plan. You got to have your stops in. If you're short the euro up at that 116.20, I think you're in really good shape. because I think that the market's going to pound down to 113.71. If we go over to, let's go over to a weekly chart and see what the weekly chart says. If we're looking at the weekly, we got the same level of support that I have on the 2-day chart, right around 113.53. If that level breaks, if we close below it, okay, we're opening up the 118.78. I'm just using 3-bar harmony, right? So 1, 2, 3. This low, if it gets broken, we could then start trading back down into this area. Like I said, I don't think that, this area right here, I think would probably be a good area to look at to buy the euro, as long as things calm down and there's no severe like warheads being thrown around in the Middle East. It wouldn't be a bad area for me to actually, if I was trading it straight, be looking for an area to get long with the stop below this main support at 111.81. So you got to pay attention to my daily updates. I'll be doing those, every day I do them, and I'll have more ideas of actually where support and resistance is for the day, and you can get involved if you want to be a bear. I'll be giving you some points that you could actually look to sell out with tight stop losses, and also if you look at this before the market opens, pay attention to the Bitcoin market. That's really given us the key to like what's happening right now. And Bitcoin's trading right now at 99,350. And the CME market cap, the first one is at 97,500. It looks like it's going to kiss it. It looks like it's going to come into it. And that all hell could break loose in Bitcoin if we break through that, because the next level is 92,000. Now, this is not a Bitcoin video. I know it's a Euro video, but really that coin is telling us what's happening in the marketplace right now. So just a quick update. An entry, if you sell 114, say a break of 114.35, your target would be short term would be like 113.72, 113.20. That's like the next liquidation shelf, and the stop would have to be above like 115.03. So right now, if you wanted to take that trade, that's how I would handle it. Now, if returns midweek and the euro dollar starts to recover and the dollar softens, the euro will gain ground. Now, there's some points out there. There's been a lot of options taken on the U.S. dollar versus the euro dollar, where the big hedge funds were hedging themselves. Right now, they're wrong. So. If they get out of the money, and they start, shifting things around, we could even be in for, that deeper push down to that 111.80. So upside, if you got long, if things calm down and you got long, you'd want to, if we drift lower below this point, you'd probably want to buy a break of like 113.80. Your target would be like 115, the figure. And a stop loss would have to be, below 113.20. So choppy headlines, lots of crap happening. So just trade your plan. Make sure that you have good risk reward in your next trade. And I'll see you on Monday for the daily update, and we can kind of sort this out a little bit better. So I look forward to seeing you in that. And remember, always, you can head over to Park Avenue Trading and get yourself a free ebook. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to build a big trading community. Leave me some comments. Tell me what you think is going to happen, how you're trading it. I'd really like to see that. So until tomorrow, remember, as a short-term trader, enjoy the party, but dance near the door. Cheers.